Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream. I'm going to do your September the 16th, just for today, in a meditation. The title of today's meditation, Emotional Balance. Emotional balance is one of the first results of meditation, and our experience bears that out. That comes from the basic text, page 47. Though each of us defines emotional balance a little differently, all of us must find it. Emotional balance can mean finding and maintaining a positive outlook on life, regardless of what may be happening around us. To some, it might mean an understanding of our emotions that allows us to respond, not react to our feelings. It can mean that we experience our feelings as intensely as we can while also moderating their excessive expression. Emotional balance comes with practice in prayer and meditation. We get quiet and share our thoughts and hopes and concerns with the God of our understanding. Then we listen for guidance, awaiting the power to act on that direction. Eventually, our skills in maintaining near balance get better, and the wild up and down emotional swings we used to experience begin to settle. We develop an ability to let others feel their feelings. We have no need to judge them. And we fully embrace our own personal range of emotions. Just for today, through regular prayer and meditation, I will discover what emotional balance means to me. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Emotional balance. That's something that I've heard quite a bit of, being here in recovery, is that we need to remain emotionally clean. And what that is that anytime I sense that I am becoming emotionally involved, I'm having a reaction. I sense it physiologically. I sense it in my spirit. Sense it mentally. Anytime I see myself beginning to have an emotional reaction, I remind myself of one event that happened in recovery, and I remind myself of another event that happened at the roller skating rink. At that time, I had been diagnosed with a illness, and it was psychosomatic. So I was having a lot of physical reactions to my emotions because I was so used to suppressing them. And now the pain of them, or whatever they were, was starting to eke out against my control, right? The one incident, I was actually speaking at a workshop, and I got really, really animate and excited and into what I was sharing because I had a real life-changing experience related to the topic. And the other one, the roller skating one, happened after my nervous breakdown. So the first one, I ended up leaving that convention in an ambulance and having the worst nervous breakdown that a person could ever have. And to my recollection, I attributed it to me going into this particular topic without having had any sorting it out, without having talked to a sponsor. It wasn't even my workshop. It was a workshop I went into that someone failed to show up for. Okay. So, in my recollection, I remember it as getting too emotionally excited about this particular topic and not having done the work. It caused my psyche to break. Now, the other one was some few months after I had begun to recover, and I wanted to go roller skating because that's what I love to do. And I went roller skating, and I'm telling you, they put on some Michael Jackson, and I was doing the moonwalk on my roller skates. I was so into this moment. I didn't realize that emotionally, I was excited and energized by this time roller skating. And would you believe it? I ended up going into they call them um, a pseudo seizure, right? Which is one of the symptoms of this particular diagnosis that I had. So the next thing I know, they have a chair on wheels out there and they're rolling me off the floor. I couldn't drive home. They didn't call the ambulance because I was able to tell them this will pass, but they would not let me leave on my own initiative. Someone in my family had to come get me, and I was way out of town. Emotional balance. I learned from those two experiences that it is better to go for the middle rather than either extreme. So whenever I sense myself getting worked up, right, I have this lived experience that tells me, reel it in. Good or bad, reel it in. I'm not saying be fake. I'm saying reel it in, sort out what I'm feeling so that it releases in a manner that is conducive and in agreement with my recovery mode. That's my experience. I began to learn through prayer and meditation that I can do it much quicker. I can recognize the emotions way down the road. I can look at a situation I'm about to walk into before I even get to it and know that I'm going to need to use my lived experience plus prayer and meditation to refrain from getting emotionally dirty. I can't use. And some people will say, you just seem so calm. Honey, please, I am not that calm of a person. I don't fight today. And I try not to use my words against people today. It is a result of Narcotics Anonymous, for which I am grateful. Today, I implore you to please take this meditation seriously and apply it to your life. That is my experience. I've enjoyed talking to you today. Have a beautiful day on purpose.